A small tear just came rolling down the side of my cheek.
I said, I never was attracted to white women, but all of a sudden
you feel it in your stomach.
I feel it in my spirit.
A hot two spirit.
A hot tooth spirit.
You know what?
That I even think made Dr. Umar jump.
Ooh.
You know what?
So,
here we are.
Wait a minute. Can we start with the opening credits, please?
Okay. None of that.
Because we would just go.
This is disorderly conduct.
Opening credits.
I thought we was still strategizing.
Nope. Phil came in here with a hot two spirit.
And on a hot mic. And you see what happens.
You never know what we recorded around here. Let's go.
Live and sometimes recorded. It's the Genius Media Group in Chicago and streaming all over planet Earth wherever you listen to podcasts. It's Unmuted, the podcast with Delvin, Miss Lisa J, and the Big Sir Steven.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, today and only today, we got my friend, my brother, Phil Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Phil. Phil in the streets.
We need to put the disclaimer. We don't even have no disclaimer. We need to create one for today.
We unmuted.
Yeah, that is true.
Somebody gonna call us. Welcome, Phil. Welcome.
Don't tell me I'm unmuted.
You've never been muted.
I'm trying to start the video later for y'all. Y'all go ahead with this unmuted stuff if you want to.
Say, speak amongst yourselves.
I'm trying to start a video up in here. Okay, here we go, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this in, add it to the stage, and we're going live. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Okay, hey everybody, we're live. We're going live. We're going live right now. Lisa's the first face you see when we go live. You see that? Hey, what's happening, everybody?
Hey, Lisa.
Are we live? Yeah, come on. We're live. We're going live. We're live right now.
All right.
What's happening, everybody? We're on Facebook on my page, Delvin Randall, on the Unmuted page, Unmuted the podcast page on Facebook. We're on the Genius Media Group on YouTube, and we're on the Genius Media Group on Facebook as well. Feel free to share if you want to. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? What's happening?
Hey.
So glad y'all are here. Those voices of everybody that's in the house here. Lisa is here. Lisa's right there.
I'm here.
Big Sir Steven, he's right over there. Over here to my immediate, and I got to pull the camera out to get Phil. Good thing we got cameras in here.
Look at that.
Look at that. We got to pull the camera out. Where is Phil? He's right there. Me and Phil going to share a camera.
Boy, this is big time.
We're going to share a camera. We're going to be right there. Yep.
Yeah, we not on the chitlin circuit no more.
No.
This is huge.
So this is Unmuted the podcast, the permission to speak freely. And trust me, we speak just as free as we want on this show.
I just push the list of topics over to the side because we're still here. You never know.
You never know what's going to happen.
You just throw a prayer up and
just let it roll.
Well, Phil, this being Unmuted the podcast, we have topics that we want to share, but we're going to let you come in here, say a few words, bless the people, and let them know who you are, where you are, what's going on with you.
Well, first, giving honor to God.
Oh God, we're gonna start with this.
Who's the head of my life?
Oh Lord.
First Lady's not here today. She's not here with us today, but
she couldn't make it.
Blessings to the First Lady.
And
that? Blessings to the man of the house, Devin Randall. Thank you, brother, for inviting me.
God bless you.
To your church. I won't be before you long because I know that many of you are thinking about that chicken at home. So I won't be before you long. So if you just give me an amen and a hallelujah,
amen.
There you go.
We'll rush you on along. So how long it takes to get you out depends on your hallelujah and your amen.
With the cup in his hand, by the way.
Right. The red cup.
Phil, how is your Red Cup ministry going these days?
Oh, this is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I took a wafer before I drank this, so it's technically communion.
The wafer, it has to happen.
I do it in remembrance.
In remembrance. As often as you do.
Take this.
To the great head of the church.
Yeah. I used to say the big head.
You know,
To the big heads of the church.
Now this shot is for the white girl that got the hot too. Though.
yeah.
You know what?
What church she go to? That's all I
Please,
know.
please, I need to know.
Somebody,
Catholic. She's definitely Catholic.
can somebody please investigate?
They do a lot of kneeling.
Well,
Not
you
a
know,
living and not praying.
wow.
And a lot of bending over.
I just want to know what church she go to. Somebody help me out.
The Church of Monica Lewinsky.
I just feel a hot two. A hot two.
Wow.
Ladies, let a hot two anointing come over you tonight.
Monica kneeled so that hot two girl could crawl.
You know what?
Yep, this is Phil,
It
everybody.
hasn't been 5 minutes yet. It hasn't even been 5 minutes.
I think Phil should come by more often.
It's only gonna get better.
It's only going to get better.
My reposado ain't kicked in yet.
Oh, wow.
Wait for that to wait. Oh, he bought a bottle
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
So,
I bless the house.
yeah, God bless you.
You're never supposed to show up empty-handed.
Never ever show up to a house, and let that be a blessing to all of you all out there. When you go to somebody's house, bless them with something.
Yeah.
With something, soft
No
drink,
hot
hard
tea.
drink. Well,
Well,
maybe. Oh, well, I don't know.
hey, come on now.
You know,
You know what?
sometimes if you ain't got nothing,
Hey.
you got something.
A little hot to it.
And-
A
and-
little hot to do you.
And bring something people drink. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna bring something that other people drink, just go on, you know. How you bringing, you know, absolute
Yeah,
and,
no, man. You just
and
picked up
Seagrams and
whatever the
stuff.
deal of
He said secret.
the place was, whatever they had on the,
And right, and then drink all the good liquor and just and don't even touch the stuff you brought.
You know?
The devil.
That just goes to show you when you show up with Wildwood pop to exchange for the Pepsi and the RC and all that.
That great Wildwood slap though.
Oh, every time.
I don't know.
Every time.
It
The
was
grape?
a church pop
Oh,
machine.
yeah.
It was in our church pop
Yeah.
machine.
I don't like Wildwood soda at all. If you come with Wildwood, that means somebody hired the Pepsi. That's what that means. Somebody just tell me what a real pop is.
Can I just interject while we talking about the hot too? Be careful. Those that are, receiving it. If you're in law enforcement, please.
Yeah.
Now, did y'all hear that story?
No.
The officer accepted an exchange, taking a girl in because I don't know what she did. But,
Wait.
yeah.
I did hear
Oh,
this.
yes.
I did
Oh,
hear
yes.
this.
She hit him with the hot too.
She hit him with something, but he was in the back seat and forgot that he couldn't unlock that back seat.
And
And
had
had
to
to call
call.
in.
And somebody came, another
Because you
officer
cannot
came.
climb over because of the
No,
block.
you
The
can't
gate.
climb
Oh,
over. He just went
wow.
on. He opened that door. He just went on and gave him that badge. Here you go. God.
Man,
I
I
wish
would
it was
nice,
worth
y'all.
it.
have called one of my niggas or something. I ain't
Yeah.
called him the job.
I guarantee you I would have found a way to kick that glass out.
Hey Steve, brother, I need you to come.
Broham.
Before I do.
Well, I already have, but
I need you to
I
come
might
open
get
this
another
door.
one while you're on the way. Just, I'm sorry.
I need you to
Yeah.
come open this back door for me, brother.
That is, I believe, the dumb cop of the year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We had the dumb
Absolutely.
driver with our guy Corey
Mhm,
from Corey from Detroit. We had him. Now we had a dumb cop.
Mm.
Who now we have other people that have done some dumb things as well, and we'll talk about them
Yeah.
along the way here. But ladies and gentlemen, this is unmuted and also unscripted. But we're gonna
We
go.
tried to get a script today.
I mean,
It's not gonna work.
But I don't think it's gonna work. But
It's
we're
not
gonna
gonna
we're gonna
work.
try. But first thing first, y'all. Let's just give homage to a legend who has passed away.
Yeah.
First off, Willie Mays passed away at the age of 93. And I'm a baseball player, been a baseball player since I was a kid.
Mhm.
I love the game. I grew up in the game. I showed my son the game, and then he showed me the game.
Mm.
But to have him still be alive, he was the oldest living Hall of Famer
Baseball legend.
still alive
Yeah.
at 93. Something.
Wow.
And the only thing I can say about Willie Mays is in the scouting report
Mhm.
for Willie Mays, a manager said Willie Mays, first off, he was the original 5-tool player. The 5-tool being hitting with power, catching, running, and speed.
Wow.
He said in his scouting report that Willie Mays' glove is where triples went to die.
Wow.
So that alone told you who Willie Mays was. He had, first of all, he can go ahead and he can get it. You were not going to triple off of Willie Mays. He was going to throw that ball in. But his defensive skills, bar none, he was the best player that I've seen. And while everybody was talking about Babe Ruth,
Right.
give me Willie Mays.
Yeah.
And that was the guy for me. So
all day, every day. Willie Mays, rest in peace to him. His family, did he have children? I know it was a Willie Mays Jr., but was that him or did he have
no, he had a son.
Okay.
He had a son. And he was at the, what was it called? Rick Woods Arena, where they were going to play. They played, what was that, Thursday?
Okay.
And Willie Mays was scheduled to be there
to
make the appearance because that was where he played his Negro League ball.
Okay.
So he was scheduled to make an appearance the day before or 2 days before. Willie Mays sent a letter saying that he was not going to make it. And then the next day he passed away.
Wow.
So shout out to Willie Mays, and his son was out there.
Yeah.
They really gave him the best tribute possible.
Willie Mays.
I don't have my cup, but I got my thermos right here. So God bless you, Willie. God bless you. Because that was legend.
Yeah.
That was legend. And speaking of legends,
Speaking of legends.
Original Big Willie.
Right. The original Big Willie.
Good Lord.
Speaking of legends.
Can you imagine all the hot tubes that Willie got?
Oh.
I'm sorry. I took it there. I didn't mean to. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Willie. God bless you for that, because that was
You got that Caucasian hot tub.
See, this
when it wasn't popular, they was sneaking in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
it was popular.
Oh, Willie.
Exactly.
Speaking of Willie and hot tub, no. Speaking of what was going on during this game. Reggie Jackson came out and just laid out for you what really happened.
What his life was like as a professional baseball player.
The question was asked, would you, because Reggie played at Rick Woods Arena and played in Alabama, would you come back to Alabama? So that's the question. So here is
we got a sound bite.
Here is Reggie Jackson in his own words.
How emotional is it for you to come back to a play that you played with one of the greatest teams around?
Alex, when people ask me a question like that, it's like coming back here is not easy. The racism that I played here, when I played here, the difficulty of going through different places where we traveled. Fortunately, I had a manager and I had players on the team that helped me get through it. But I wouldn't wish it on anybody. People said to me today, I spoke and they said, you think you're a better person. You think you won when you played here in Concord. I said, I would never want to do it again. I walked into restaurants and they would point at me and said, the nigger can't eat here. I would go to a hotel and they say, the nigger can't stay here. We went to Charlie Finley's country club for a welcome home dinner and they pointed me out with the N-word. He can't come in here. Finley marched the whole team out. Finally, they let me in there. He said, we're going to go to the diner and eat hamburgers. We'll go where we're wanted. Fortunately, I had a manager, Johnny McNamara, that if I couldn't eat in the place, nobody would eat. We'd get food to travel. If I couldn't stay in a hotel, they'd drive to the next hotel and find a place where I could stay. Had it not been for Raleigh Fingers, Johnny McNamara, Dave Duncan, Joe and Sharon Rudy, I slept on their couch 3-4 nights a week for about a month and a half. Finally, they were threatened that they would burn our apartment complex down unless I got out. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. The year I came here, Bull Connor was the sheriff the year before. And they took minor league baseball out of here because in 1963, the Klan murdered 4 black girls, children, in 11, 12, 14 years old at a church here and never got indicted. They were from the Klan. Life magazine did a story on them like they were being honored. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. At the same time, had it not been for my white friends, had it not been for a white manager and Rudy, Fingers, and Duncan, and Lee Myers, I would have never made it. I was too physically violent. I was ready to physically fight some. I'd have got killed here because I'd have beat someone's ass, and you'd have saw me in an oak tree somewhere.
Reggie, I can't even imagine. It's awful you had to go through that, but appreciate you sharing the rawness and the honesty of it with our audience. I mean, really,
We love you, Reg.
yeah.
Come on, Reggie.
Come
You
on.
can't get no more realer than
I
that.
promise you.
Come on.
Reggie ass, Reggie.
Reggie Jackson.
And they tried to glorify all of that. Yeah, he had, commercials. He had those sports cards, those trading cards.
Yeah.
He was on a box of Wheaties.
Yeah.
Like they gave him all of this stuff.
He
but
had his own candy
meanwhile-
bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he was treated like shit behind, closed doors.
Can't even eat.
Can't eat there. You can't stay here. You gotta, lodge with somebody else that
Exactly.
accepts us for who we are. You gotta stay with them. Then they threaten to burn down their houses
Just
and
for
shit.
them, right. Yeah.
I hate that.
Shout out to Charlie Finley, the owner of the Oakland A's
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
time when
Yeah.
Reggie Jackson was playing with
And
the
those
A's.
teammates that
Yeah.
agreed to,
That's
if
stuck
he
beside
can't
him.
stay here,
Right.
we not.
Right.
Joe Rudy, Raleigh Fingers. He said a couple of Dave Duncan. Those guys, Hall of Famers, by the way, all of them, with the Oakland A's. When the time when they were winning championships with an S. So when they played, they took care of Reggie because Vida Blue was, when Vida Blue was there, because he came from Mexico or from Venezuela, somewhere like that, but they treated him the same way.
Yeah.
So shout out to Reggie, who really just laid out and just gave a history lesson for everybody. While we are remembering the Negro Leagues, let's not forget that they want you to forget how slavery was.
Exactly.
They want you to forget.
They want us to forget while trying to send us back.
Yeah, all of that. They want you to forget that it never happened. They want to. What's it called? It's a word they call it now, as far as education is concerned. But anyway, I don't want to get too far into that. But that's exactly what that is. They don't want you to remember history.
Exactly.
But Reggie Jackson gave them history for 3 minutes. Sat down. And come to TV, everybody.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this story about how my life was.
You thought it was all great and just smiles and giggles and money being made. Nope.
Right.
Nope.
Not a chance. They wasn't giving him any of that, and they hated him coming from Oakland to New York. They hated it when he came to New York because they said that he's not a team player. He's too much of a diva. He's all of these things.
I remember that them trying to make him out to be a villain. Yeah.
And the quote that I will always remember with Reggie Jackson was, you don't need what is it? You don't need a star. I bring my own star. I bring my own star. You don't need a star. I bring my own star. I'm my own player. I know exactly what I can do. And I never forgot that. Everybody as a child growing up, they wanted to wear 44.
Right.
They wanted to wear 44 as far as Hank Aaron and Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
That was it. So shout out to you, Reggie. Now, with that being said, let's try to address some of the things that we got into this here. And Phil, you jump in here whenever you want to jump in here. And God bless you for jumping in because we're going to say the views expressed on this program are not necessarily those
Thank you.
Of Unmuted Podcast.
Thank you. We gotta have listeners after Phil leaves.
Wow.
It is not necessarily those of Phil. It is totally Phil.
Totally Phil, not us.
Not us. So with that being said, let's get started with some of the things that we have for this week for Unmuted the Podcast. Lisa, you have the list right there, so why don't you go ahead and set it?
Well, while we were in the sports world, we got to shout out our little sister. Sha'Carri Richardson, who has qualified for the Paris Olympics with the fastest time in the 100-meter dash, 10.71 seconds.
That's a world record.
World record already. So she qualifies for it. Is she going? What do you think is going to happen with that?
I can tell you exactly what's going to happen with that. Number one, between Sha'Carri and Jamaica, I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
I'm here for it. I want to know exactly who is going to do what.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Jamaica and for Sha'Carri, and not to say that the ladies who are her teammates in this, because you had to if you came above third, you were going to Paris.
Right.
Okay.
So shout out to the 3 ladies who joined Sha'Carri and going to Paris.
Do we know Jamaica's time or
no? But I think last Olympics, because Sha'Carri was not there.
Right.
Jamaica dominated.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I want to see what's going to happen now. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. But big ups to her for doing what she needed to do to correct her, situation to get back into being even recognized. And now she's on her way to Paris. So shout out to you, Sha'Carri, for doing your big one.
Impressive that she did it high.
That's what I'm able to say. Like, she was doing it high back then and still was dominating.
Killing them.
And now allegedly she's clean or sober or whatever you want to refer to her as, and she's got the highest, fastest time.
Pardon the pun. Highest?
Nah, okay, I see what y'all did there.
Yeah, it was the same thing with Jones.
She was
John Jones.
She just drank that stuff.
UFC.
She was still high.
And I was beating dudes in the UFC, and they get the report back that he tested positive for marijuana. I mean, that's supposed to slow stuff down. If he beating them high, you might
What
want to
kind of marijuana
alone.
is that? Because I would just be wanting to lay down. I mean, when I used
Can y'all
to,
hook me up with whatever marijuana this is y'all talking about? I mean, Steve already got the marijuana lollipops and everything. Just sitting around here. I mean, I'm over here hurting my
got
knees.
a whole little vape as his jewelry accessory.
I got some special wine in the car.
Oh, that wine. Listen,
Do you drink it on the first Sunday, or
I know it
is
was the
today
blood.
okay?
I know it was the blood.
No, you know it was the wine. That wasn't the blood. That was definitely the wine.
Phil, you got some Baptist in you,
I
bro.
know it was the blood.
As he raises his cup.
But while he doing that, Phil, do not walk out of here like Justin Timberlake did. And
Please,
my
please,
God.
please.
my boy.
He right. He gonna be all right.
Oh, absolutely.
Timberlake is gonna be okay. And then he still was here. Was it last night or the night before?
Friday and Saturday.
Sold out house and
Oh, really?
did his thing. I
Who
would
was
have
he
went to go
with?
see
He
Justin.
was at the United Center.
Yeah, he was at the United Center, and yeah, he
Oh,
did.
just on his own, or he?
I don't know who was with him.
I
I
know
didn't
who was
even
with
hear
him.
about him. So
Don't
let
nobody
alone
need to be
who
with
knew.
Justin.
You don't need no. I
Y'all
just wondered.
still
I didn't hear
mad
nothing
about
it.
him whipping Janet Jackson titty out
No.
all those years ago.
I'm
If it
I
had
have
been
a
me, I
friend-
would have whipped the titty out.
I'm definitely. I would have sucked him on.
You know what? I had a friend that is still mad to this day because he's so in love with Janet. Shout out to you, Patrick Schaefer. He posted on Juneteenth the picture of Justin Timberlake's mugshot, and he was like, "Our ancestors are hard at work today."
They like play.
That's how much he loves Janet.
Did she
So
have a
yeah,
pasty on her titty?
Yeah,
she
it was
did.
planned.
It was planned.
What's the big deal?
But did you see the mugshot with him and Janet Jackson superimposed in the corner?
I did not. Oh, that's hilarious.
Looking down at him like, you know what you did. You know what you did.
Right.
That's hilarious.
She needs to come out and be like, Justin, guys, it was all up.
I think she already did all that. Didn't
I don't know. She
Okay,
might
so
have did it.
let me get this straight. Janet was at the United Center first.
See that, and that's what I was asking y'all. I was wondering, was he there with? But no, but she had Nelly
Yes.
with her. She had Nelly.
Yes.
In the Chauncey.
And from
Performing, or she was there. She was just with Nelly. I don't think she was performing.
Was Shanti in the back?
I'm sure she was.
Okay.
Ashanti ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere
You know.
with that pregnant
Well,
belly.
I was about to say, how far is she?
100 months. But I'm just saying she looks really good. I really hope she gets somewhere and sit down because like you can't do too much when you're
she's
in
just
that.
happy. She just
as she should because she's been holding on for how many years?
Hey.
Holding on.
Can't nobody make me believe
How
that
you know
song that
I'm holding that's been holding up.
listen. Can't nobody make me believe that song that him and Kelly did.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Yeah.
It sounds like Ashanti. That's some nursery rhyme ass shit that she used to sing. And that had to be written for her. But because they were doing their little bickering back and forth or whatever, breakup or whatever you want to call it,
True.
Kelly got called into the studio. And now here we are. I bet you every night she sing that to
I didn't know that was Ashanti that was doing the vocals on J-Lo stuff.
I just heard J-Lo's song yesterday.
Two bad vocals on
one of them songs, and I knew it. I could tell. I was like, "This is written for Ashanti." Had to have been.
I'm just glad that J-Lo canceled her tour because she didn't have any good songs.
To
come out with.
Y'all. Steve Mackey. Y'all know who Steve Mackey is. The vocal genius in Hollywood, dominating, training, everything he's doing. He worked with her.
Oh, really?
B. Slade posted this clip of her singing "Dream On"
by Aerosmith. Really?
Oh my God! I wish I could play it for you right now. She's
screaming "Dream On."
Oh
like that?
my God!
Oh, that's all she's doing, screaming.
Delvin, can I put it up to the mic if I play it? Like, okay, because this is.
Because that,
I'm not gonna even say what it is.
Because that's what I'm saying. You're not giving me no.
You just gotta hear it.
All I know is
you probably want to like white out J-Lo's,
But
like, I didn't work with her.
No, he was actually like saying thank you, Steve Mackey, because J-Lo sings down and she's like that girl, and he's like, and this is B. Slade we're talking about.
But you better not mess
about
up
J-Lo.
He said that about J-Lo.
You better not mess up Steven Tyler's "Dream On" because that is my song for real.
I mean, she was letting it loose.
She handled it.
Yeah.
In her defense.
In that falsetto ass, like.
In her defense.
Yeah.
She's singing it structured.
As Steve Mackey told her.
If he's coaching, you going. I mean,
right. Because if you don't have no razzle dazzle to begin with, you're not gonna have no razzle dazzle when he's get through. He's gonna give you what you can do, and he's gonna be like, okay, there you go.
Yeah. But Steven doesn't sing it anything close to that, and Steven Tyler singing it is more emotional than anything.
She was trying to get through it, and if you could see the video, I'm gonna send it to you so you can post. We can post it on our page. But if you see the video, she was.
What was wrong with it? What was wrong with it?
No, it was.
I mean, how long is the show?
She's trying so hard.
That shit was
because I'm definitely not a fan, but I'm just giving an unbiased opinion. I'm like, okay.
She was trying really hard.
And the fact that she had the nerve to even try to have a tour by herself is wild.
I want to just stick with the because that movie was decent.
You need to have just a tour about some shit that happened with you and Diddy. That would sell out.
Hello.
Them concert ticket sales literally said, "Jayla, go sit your ass down."
But what you saying, we didn't want to hear you singing back then when you was popular. We definitely don't want to hear you sing. We don't want to hear you singing now that you've been gone for 20 years.
Right.
Just work on your marriage.
He don't want to be.
He done left her ass too.
Because she was probably singing in the house.
Shut
she was probably practicing in the house, and she said, "God, how many times are gonna sing that for the tour in the house?" And he said, "You know what? This is not gonna work.
I can't fucking take it.
I'm not gonna stay with this bitch if she keeps singing."
I'm going back to Jason Bourne.
Where's Brokeback Mountain?
Dang. You want to be with a dude.
Wow. But this is why you should not cover other legendary songs.
Not legends. No.
There's no way on earth you should ever cover someone who's done a legendary song.
But
like
B. Slade, who's also a legendary singer, a legendary artist.
Okay,
I wonder why
He said, "Here are some more receipts for those who think J-Lo can't sing live or full or out loud." And he did put laughing emojis behind it. You can't really.
He already started.
He said she murked this. Is that a
he's
good
playing? No,
I don't get it.
I love him. So I mean, people in the comments like, "Oh yeah, scream us down, honey." Like,
really.
I'm just saying.
These are all of her friends. You know, you get your friends will egg you on and say some things. Go ahead on and sing that song, honey. You know you killing it. Call 911. There's a murder going on. All this, you know, they'll do all of that.
That nigga was setting her up.
Yeah.
But speaking of singers that can't really, they're talented but can't really sing. Ella May.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute now.
What?
Ella May can sing.
She's not that bad.
Ella May is talented. Ella May can write. Ella May can produce. Her singing voice is giving me a little Billy Goat. And I love her. I love that stuff.
She got a little British.
She got a little,
but you know who else British and does that? What's her name? From Poetry. She definitely got the Marsha. Marsha definitely got that Billy. Is that a British thing?
I don't. Well, no, because clearly Candy from Escape has that goat shit too.
Candy ain't no damn British.
No, but she got that.
Yeah, she definitely got
that. So yeah,
I bet Candy do that too though. She do that.
You know what? We all know Candy do the hot.
Candy does the hot. Now we know how she got in the industry.
What's the name of her little side?
Candy Coated Night.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marsha Ambrosius, who has a new album out now.
Oh, she does.
Produced by
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I might have to listen to that one.
She on his label.
Yeah, she been on there for
Aftermath.
But Ella May is pregnant, and she's pregnant by Jason Tatum.
Yes.
And they are welcoming their first child, and like
way to lock them down.
Nobody knew about that. They kept that perfectly, you know, and it seems like that's the way to go in Hollywood because
that's the way to go.
Period. Yeah.
Right.
Halle Bailey, she did the same exact thing. And to this day, she's still not showing her baby's face. And I get it.
What is it with the public and fans
and the
people
obsession
that feel they have a right?
Yeah.
To
an
know
entitlement.
Yeah.
I downloaded your project. I can't see your baby.
What?
You can't see my baby.
Bitch, I made you famous.
Later, what? I can't see your baby because I downloaded your album.
I mean, like, you know, I spent my $2.99 on that single. Like
that's where we are now. That's what we're doing.
People feel entitled for the smallest reason.
I don't get it.
Well, I subscribe to Apple Music, so I ain't paying nothing for it.
There you go.
Even with the whole, because I used to work in the airport, so I would see a lot of celebrities and people just coming up to them, but they never ask, "Hey, do you mind if I take a picture?" You know, just right up with the camera, like this is what you're supposed to do. You're a celebrity. Yeah, it comes with the territory. Deal with it.
And you know who that makes me miss? Whitney Houston, because she would check my phone. Like, I'm with my family. I'm eating dinner. I'm like, can you like back up? Like, I love that.
No,
you have to bring the Coke for Whitney.
You know,
you know who
take a picture with you.
You know who's taking it too far though?
Who?
Chris Brown is taking it too far.
Chris Brown is trolling the trolls. Yeah,
I mean, if they're gonna pay the shit, why not?
They're the woman who is getting a divorce because her husband said that his wife took it too far. With Chris Brown.
That's that bitch.
Did she hot too in the picture?
That don't have nothing to do with Chris.
It ain't got
what she do in the picture?
What did she do in the picture?
I need to see the picture.
You need to see the picture.
She busted open?
Hold on.
All she did,
you know
all she did was Chris was holding her like this. He was holding her in her arm. In his arm.
He had her boobie in his hand.
But you know, Chris does some wild stuff for some of these people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, if you're paying $1,000 for a photo, you deserve all the wild things.
You got to.
But
unless it's Diddy, you got to
tell them no.
You gotta tell them no.
Chris trying to
pay Popeyes off. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Man.
What happened to Popeyes?
You know he's supposed to open up a Popeyes.
Yeah, he got sued.
Now they suing him.
What?
Popeyes is never opened the Popeyes up.
Oh, because he didn't open it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You see the line at the damn Popeyes? We need the motherfucker open.
Well, the Popeyes belong to the Indians now.
That's why that gravy ain't been right ever since.
That's why.
The
all that
customer
curry.
service better, though. Customer service is better.
This is.
I'm sorry.
Popeyes do smell like curry.
Express, man.
Popeyes do smell like curry, man.
Hold on, everybody. The views expressed on the program, not necessarily that of the podcast or our participating sponsors. Thank you very much.
Never thought I'd see the day that unmuted needed to be muted.
The Popeyes do smell like curry.
I'm telling you.
I'll be damned.
I went in there and tried to order a gyro.
Did the girl have a diamond on her forehead? Like when you, the little stoop?
I don't know. She was covered up.
How did we get here?
They be having a lot. They have a lot of Muslims working.
I hate it here.
I'm like, how you frying chicken with that wrap on, baby? I know you hot.
Right.
Just take that shit out.
Things happen.
Take that shit out. I know you hot. You hot.
Back to Chris Brown.
We've taken a
Back to Chris
turn.
Brown. Chris Brown does some strange and wild poses with his fans.
Well, the nigga is on coke.
But the pose that I think, but the
that nigga snorting coke. He don't give a fuck what go on, man. You trying to pay for that coke?
I told y'all.
Fuck.
This is why you do not have an episode without Phil here.
Mm-hmm.
This is why, because Phil will say some shit that makes you say to yourself, I was thinking that myself.
Right.
I just didn't know how to perform that. Now he got to be a regular on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at some pictures now. I saw him there because he got this one girl whole booty in his hands.
What about the one where he's holding up the woman? Yes. It's one.
That's the
more
woman
than
that got. That's the woman that got her fiance broke up with.
Really?
Oh.
That her?
That picture. Yeah.
Let me see.
For this?
Yeah, for that. Yeah.
Boy, if you don't sit your crybaby ass down.
Yeah.
Hold up to that
Because
camera right there.
I'm hitting Jill Scott from the back. If
Hold
she
up to
ever
that
do
camera
that,
right there. Yep.
You
Yep.
hitting her from the back?
I'm hitting Jill from the back.
Okay, so
And my wife better understand.
But $1,000?
That's Jill. You can't be jealous of that.
There's no reason.
and he's charging a stack.
Yeah.
For one picture.
For you to
One
do whatever you
Not
want
a
to do.
professional picture. Take your
It's
have
just
somebody else
hold
hold
your
your
phone.
cell phone and give me $1,000.
If you let
Wow.
if you got to understand that Chris ain't doing nothing with these women except taking the picture with them.
He's literally
If
not.
you that insecure
Yeah. What are you doing
that
you can't let your
in
woman
your
take a picture?
feelings
Yeah,
because
about a
your
picture.
girl taking a picture with some dude
Mm-hmm.
that she ain't never gonna see again after
She
this
literally came with you and she's leaving with you.
But
Then
he
that's
about
your
to have herpes because he kissing a bunch of too many of them. Don't
Oh,
be
yeah,
kissing
she
them.
thick. I
He
like
gonna,
that.
he gonna have something.
Hold on, wait. Throw that up there.
She thick.
Hold on a second.
Oh yeah. Chris hit that.
Tilt it down just a little bit.
Chris banged her.
He
Pretty-
looked like he might have invited her back upstairs.
She might have gone it.
Yeah, Chris,
The hawk too.
He like,
Chris invited her back for the hot too.
Yeah.
and she gave it up.
Yeah, she definitely gave it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Chris
Got to
banged
be
her.
careful. Got to be careful.
He voluntarily kissed her. I don't even think she asked for that.
So he was just here. Do we know anybody, any local people that took pictures?
I don't.
I don't know.
No.
Not
You
that's gonna post.
can't do that. You can't take pictures like that.
If I would have taken
If
a
you're
picture
local,
with
if
him,
you're here, you can't do that.
I'm saying because nobody would have knew about my $1,000 picture. I would not have posted it. It would have been
Really?
for my eyes on. Absolutely.
For $1,000.
Exactly.
I'm not
That's
posting
gonna
that.
be my profile pic if I paid $1,000.
Nah.
How's that gonna be your profile pic? Oh, you and Jill, that's gonna be your profile pic?
Man, look, $1,000.
Phil gonna post a picture with
We
his
done-
booty his
Look.
face between Jill booty.
Look,
That might
$1,000.
that might be actually what he has right now.
$1,000. We doing more than a picture.
He gonna be like, I'm sorry, mama.
Mama, I made it. No, he gonna be like,
If I'm paying $1,000, we done did more than a picture. Trust me.
well, I can. Would you pay more than $1,000 to have?
No, there's no one. I can think of.
Who would you pay $1,000 to?
God.
That is.
I wouldn't even forgive Idris
There's no
1,000.
human
Jesus.
that I can think of. You know, I love Beyonce,
Idris.
but no.
Jesus.
Jesus.
You wouldn't.
You
pay
ain't gonna have time to
$1,000
take
for
no picture with Jesus. Because if you see him, your ass out
It's
anyway.
a wrap, right?
You pretty much
glory.
You can just call it a wrap at that point.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I love the fact that we can have these conversations
mhm.
and just be free to talk like this.
Absolutely.
Unmuted the podcast. Everybody, you can check us out on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. You can also check us out on YouTube.
Yes.
After this live on after this social media live is over,
Mhm.
and I do some quick editing and some fast disclaimers.
He's cutting the cuss.
No, the cuss words all stay.
No. They all
the
stay.
cuss words stay. It's just the fact that we got to throw a disclaimer in there every once in a while to satisfy our loving sponsors who love our program so much that they contribute to our.
We love the sponsors.
You gotta love our sponsors. So let me just say this one more time, just for those in the room.
And curry goat.
The views expressed on this podcast are not necessarily that. Unmute the podcast.
I like that white sauce on my chicken.
I'm not doing this. No. I'm not doing this. The views expressed in this program are not necessarily those
Phil
of
brings out in me, guys.
We have not, and that's true. We have not done a disclaimer at all until Phil showed up.
God.
A whole year.
Y'all try to blame me so much, and it's just so I don't.
Phil, it's just so much. I take the camera off me. I just give it straight to you because
Can we get a tequila sponsor though.
Because
who do I
at
need
the
to
end of the
reach out to?
day, it's the tequila's fault.
It's the tequila.
So-
Everyone's hey, look.
Shout out to tequila.
I'm
Ain't been nothing but good to us.
tequila, you've been good.
Right next to God, second place.
Close second.
Lisa got her boo out there, boy.
Period. And
I remember when you was single. Now look at you.
yep,
I love.
God is dope.
Got you a bodyguard out there.
Lisa, go ahead on with bad self. Go ahead on.
You better get booed up.
I get more text messages about Lisa. About Lisa. No, really, this is good. The fact that the fact that you bring levity to this whole
I got to.
male dominated conversation, and that you bring.
And that's what we did when it was soul therapy, because I would have the guys come in because I was giving too much girl stuff. So it was like, well, it was always me and Steven.
Yeah.
But then we'll add a Delvin, it's a takeover. I'm outnumbered. Then add a Phil and a Ken. Oh my God. So that's why I would get up and walk out the studio. That's what I would let y'all have at it, because I'm like, you know what, this too much. This too much, but I do it all over again because it was love at the end of the day. And we had some great moments, some great laughs, some just a super energy. So yeah, Phil being here is only right because it just brought back some of the energy. Oh, you need another one?
Yeah. Do a commercial.
You can go right ahead, Phil, and grab you another one. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. You don't want to step away from the mic.
I'm professional. I'm a professional.
Oh, you the only one in this room a professional.
I'm a professional.
I'd be like, talk amongst yourselves.
You know what?
I'll
So
be
this
back.
is something you might, go step out on this because it's kind of sad. It might bring you down. So locally in the Chicago news, it's not very often we can find a place where we can come together as adults and just kick it and hang out. And for the past few years, at least maybe 5, Pier 31 has been that place for a lot of us. And here recently, I don't know what's going on. The young people are taking over, but tragically, just the other night, Zakia Cobbs, 22 years old, she was shot at Pier 31, and Zakia was the last of her mom's living children.
Wow.
Her mom had 3 children. Leontine Cobbs is her name, and she had 3 children, 2 sons who had passed away previously in 2017 due to a car accident, leaving her daughter as the only one left. and she's out hanging out, kicking it at the pier with her friends or whoever, and she gets shot and killed.
Sad.
And this is some of the sad stuff that happens in Chicago that, you know, doesn't make national news and things like that. But the heartbreak in this mom's face and her eyes when she was being interviewed by the news, it just blew me away. It broke my heart. She's like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? She was like, I fought so long, like walking past my son's rooms, knowing that they're not there. Now I'm supposed to go in the house and be able to walk past their room and hers. She's like, no, make this make sense.
Wow. There is I guess the first of all, you can have Pier 31. I don't want it. I don't want to be anywhere near it because that's one person who was shot and killed.
That's just one.
That's just one. Yeah.
That's just one.
The day before, either the day before or the day after.
The day after, somebody else.
Someone else got shot and killed.
Oh, wow.
I think that person was from Indiana that had came into the city to visit the pier. Yeah.
So my thing is, you can have it.
Yeah, and that's just this week alone. In the past, couple of months, there have been several people shot out there. Every time I'm coming that way and I pass Lakeshore Drive and 31st, it's always blue lights. That's all you see is blue lights out there. And so it's just I hate that it's ending on this type of note and they're going out. Like they still haven't opened up or anything since the other day, which is understandable. Really? Yeah.
Because it looks like the restaurant was open there. Because that's what I really was. Because isn't that black-owned restaurant? Pier 31.
Yeah. I mean, they had great, like, you know, the
live music, all that. Yeah.
Different schedules.
Was always a good time.
Yeah,
you know
different.
But it was all grown people. You know, we was chilling, know how to have a good time.
Yeah.
But it's just
the
this
younger crowd comes.
generation that just they don't know how to have a good time, man. Without doing all this extra stuff, man. So.
And my homegirl from Truth Italian, I can't think of her name right now. She has opened up her spot at 57th Street and the lakefront. So she has like tables and everything out there, DJ, and it looks real grown up. She's been going live and she's been showing things. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because if the kids gonna be like, let's go down there, let's fuck they shit up. Like we don't know what their thought process will be, but like for now, it looks like everybody's enjoying it and having a great time. So if you can get down there in the next 2.5 weeks, while it's still
South Shore Cultural Center. They have a nice little pier thing.
Yeah,
really.
Too, man. That's real grown.
I don't need this in my life. I'm going to speak for me, and I'm so glad that the camera is not on me when I say this. I hate it here.
Damn.
Summertime, when the summertime hits, I hate it here.
Best time and the worst time.
The best season of all this 4 seasons is winter to me, because it is the most quiet.
Yeah.
No one's outside doing none of this crazy shit. And I don't feel like my life is threatened when I step outside.
Right. Okay. But as a visitor, to somebody that will be visiting Chicago, the summertime is the best time to come because you got everything available to you. You got all the food, you got all the spots, you got all the attractions.
I don't want it.
But then, somebody who lives here day to day, we see the local news every night. This is something that's very disheartening.
I don't want it. No, thank you. You can keep it.
Yeah.
You can keep it. I don't want to be a part of anything going on in the summertime in Chicago. And I live here.
That's what's sad.
And I should not feel, listen, let me say this real close before I go on my rant. I should not feel the way that I feel. I should not be held hostage in my own city. I should not say to myself, at a certain time when the sun goes down, street lights come on, I'm not going outside. I should not be in a position where I have to worry about people sitting in their cars. I shouldn't have to be in a position that I see people sitting on their stoop and I'm like, you better get away from your stoop. I shouldn't have to say that.
Right.
But I have to think that. I have to believe that, because these folk out here now don't give a damn about who you are and what you're trying to do with your life. So I'm glad that I'm glad that at this point that the cameras are stuck in these positions and I'm not in a position where you all can see me, but I wish that it was, because I would tell you, I do not care about this city. I live here, but I don't care about it.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't feel this way about my own city.
That's a shame, man.
That's the problem with Chicago.
Bro, I'm glad you married, man, because that's when all the hoes is out.
That may be that.
You gotta
That
come
may
out
be-
when the hoes come out.
That may, what big booty holes when all the big booty holes come out there?
That's when all the
Can I
hoes
play?
is
Can I
out.
play my Candace song? We haven't talked about it, by the way.
Oh
Our city girl mayor. We haven't talked about her.
my God. Where do I begin? What y'all want to know? Because I follow her so close. You
Lisa?
would think I was
Lisa,
related.
what you got for us with the city girl mayor? While I
Listen.
find her theme song real quick. Go right ahead.
Tiffany Henyard,
That chick is crazy.
Thornton Township Supervisor and Dolton Mayor.
Get your money, Tiffany.
Every week, it's something new. It's something new.
Get your money, Tiffany.
that's what literally what she's doing.
Tiffany about the bread. She
Yeah,
don't care a fuck about
she's
them
just been
cents.
out there wreaking havoc. Honestly, she just had a little skate party at the. Here we go.
Go ahead.
That's her theme
That's her
song.
theme song right
Yeah, that all those. How many millions? I'm not sure she stole for that skating rink that she opened up on Greenwood, and all the work that the citizens claim. She's only doing work on Greenwood, which is by her house out there. Like all the other parts,
All of Dalton.
all the other parts of Dalton, all the other parts of Harvey, all the other parts of Markham, all the other parts, they're not being touched because she's focused on like literally her block. She has an unmarked car sitting outside her mom's house every day that the taxpayers are paying for.
Yeah, you
But
better
them-
believe they are.
Like, this lady, y'all. Oh, I wish I could find the audio.
She
I wish
following the Mayor Kellogg School of Politics.
Kellogg was Harvey, though. But dude, they're about to come after that current mayor in Harvey for locking them people, boarding up those people's houses
Yeah.
when they were inside
While
the
they were inside,
apartments. Yeah, so it's going down
They're
out in the
finally
South.
coming after him.
It's
I
they're
was about
fin-
to say, how long
yeah,
did we talk about?
Yeah.
What was that one?
because people are talking about it now because
In all
I'm a jet.
fairness, in all fairness,
Yeah.
What
they didn't see the motherfuckers
They-
boarding the door up. Like if I
No,
see
they were
somebody
in the
boarding
house,
the door
but
up, I'm gonna
the-
get out.
most of the people
Yeah.
were senior citizens or are
Yeah, they
senior
were, yeah.
citizens.
Okay.
Disabled, handicapped,
Yep.
something like that. That couldn't. The guy said he was in the bed and he's hearing like bamming and he's like thinking it's his neighbors or whatever.
Mhm.
He comes and he sees his handle, like the door to his the screen door handle, like on the ground, and he's looking and he's seeing people being boarded up in their apartments.
Oh.
Like that's not a fire hydrant. That's like
Exactly.
that. And the dude, they showed him the current mayor tried to legitify and legify.
Because I don't think that's a word.
That's probably not.
No, that's
Tried to justify it.
Justify, yeah, let's
He
go.
tried to
That's
justify it,
good.
and he
We'll
said
go
in
with
this
legitify.
particular,
That's
in this
Tiffanyism.
particular, I've been listening to her someone.
Tiffanyism.
In this particular case, he said, I feel like I support, it wasn't law enforcement case, so he didn't say law enforcement. I feel like I support the leaders who came together to do this, to board these people up in their houses. It's crazy.
Board them up.
Board you in your house and you can't get out.
They old anyway. Who gives
But now Tiffany Henyard in Dalton is not the only mayor of the South Suburbs that's catching heat.
They only got 2
No.
seconds left.
Also, the mayor of Harvey
the mayor of Harvey.
is catching heat now because of his antics in a city, not a village hall meeting,
Mm-hmm.
in which he had to throw somebody out, and the cops got rough with him, and threw him out.
It's just a lot going on out there. And for a good time, you know what? For a good time, if you're not busy on a Monday or Tuesday and you want to kick it somewhere, some entertainment, go to a village hall.
Go to a
meeting.
village hall meeting. Huh?
I'm telling you, you will not. Well, she's gonna have all the parking spaces and everything roped off. You're not gonna be able to drive onto the property. But you can walk, you can park somewhere close by and walk and then see. But then, like this last meeting, the meeting that she canceled on her birthday, she only had like 10 seats out for citizens to come. She knew, she was like, y'all ain't finna stress me out on my birthday.
Wait,
No, that's right.
she had only 10
like
seats.
10 chairs out
That's crazy.
for people.
Get your money.
And
The village of over 3,000 people.
those people sat there
Get
for
your
like
money,
2
Tiffany.
hours and then had her homeboy, her pocket boy. He was like, hey, I'm sorry to let y'all know, but the meeting is canceled. They like, why? Like the trustees here? Like, what are y'all doing?
It's my birthday, mama.
Period. I was like, if I was a citizen, I wouldn't have even went to that. I wouldn't have even showed up because I knew, Tiffany, about her MO. She was in the nail shop. Somebody filmed her like in the nail
Are
shop.
you serious?
Yeah. Somebody filmed her getting her nails done while the citizen's sitting there like waiting on her. Yeah.
So what's the one you was telling me about, Lisa, where they had? Oh, by the way,
she was at Wilma's waiting for her tips to get ready.
Right.
I wouldn't doubt that at all. Because,
exactly.
No, she wasn't waiting, but her guards were waiting. You know, because she was in the car. She ain't stepping out the car, but she had her bodyguards there. But what was I about to say? The Andrew Holmes made an appearance.
Oh, really? Oh.
He actually was at number one. He was at a city hall meeting, a village hall, I keep calling it a city hall meeting.
Yeah.
He was at a village hall meeting.
He couldn't look up. He couldn't look up from whatever was distracting him down, or he just couldn't hold his head up to have a camera shined in his face because he knows how fucking guilty he is.
But he was also at a
rally for the 7-year-old little boy that was shot recently. He's out there. He's trying to advocate, but he's still, you know, like, why? Why are you there? Why are you there? You think people not recognizing and doing and following you and, you know, seeing what you're doing? We still don't know to this day why that man was sitting in Planned Parenthood. But what we do know is Jedediah Brown followed him there. And had resources to tell him that, yes, took pictures of him sitting in the Planned Parenthood office like, Andrew, you burning? Like, what's going on with you, bro?
Wow.
Because you out here raping and saying you don't care and you ain't worried about it. I'm not concerned about it. Somebody asked him, how do you feel about the charges or the allegations against you? I'm not concerned. And that's more piss, you know, that would piss me off as a victim.
What happened to Andrew Holmes? I missed that.
So when him, Tiffany, and some more of the staff went to Vegas, I don't know if it was last year or the year before last, but he allegedly raped one of the staff members.
And the staff member reported it as she should have.
While she was still there in Vegas.
They were the chief of police was there. Andrew Holmes was there. The chief of police was there. She reported it to the chief of police.
And to Tiffany.
Who turned around and reported it to Tiffany. And Tiffany fired her.
Tiffany said, "This will destroy me. Are you serious?"
This
and
will
like
destroy
fire
my
her.
And let her go.
Yeah. And so this woman is not having luck finding work. She's, you know, out here. She's struggling. She's like, you know, doing whatever she can do to get money because she has her family to support. And yeah, he's still walking around. He's still sitting. He's still a trustee. He's still, you know, getting all this respect. She doesn't realize they just started investigating that retaliation aspect too. I'm talking about the FBI.
Oh, okay.
So they're looking into that as well.
Yeah, because I actually was over at Wilma's not too long ago. It was Wilma's Barbecue. Wilma's Barbecue in Dalton.
On 47th Street.
Yeah, and then, you know, one of my friends, they had a party not too long ago at Rink's Cafe over there. And I noticed that it was shut down by the order of the police.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Dad, what's happening?"
She's shaking down business owners.
What happened with Rink's? You know what I'm saying?
If you
and then I looked up and it was saying that they was basically shut down and never told why.
Yeah.
And that's because they don't really mess with Tiffany.
Okay.
If they have ever spoken out about her or posted anything or anything, she's coming after regular ass citizens, senior citizens. She's coming after these people in retaliation, having people walk up on them. Do you promise to never do or say that again? Who the fuck you think you are, girl?
She on some John Gotti type stuff.
Like she's trying to be. All of her Tiffany isms are all Donald Trump isms.
Yeah.
This is fake news. You know, I'm clickbait. Y'all going on YouTube to report on me just to make some money off of me because I'm valuable clickbait. And you know, she's trash. And I cannot wait. I don't know what's taking the FBI. I don't know what's taking Lori life for so long. But like somebody.
Well, she just said that she's just not getting paid, but I guess they
we know she ain't getting paid.
No. They vetoed Henyard's plan to not pay.
Right.
So now
Tiffany vetoed the trustees' plan to hire her, and then the trustees vetoed Tiffany not paying her. So she's back in place to investigate all of her.
Isn't that wild?
All of her actions. It's like a back and forth. And that night, that meeting was so crazy. But yeah.
So Phil, if you don't support Mayor Henyard in her reelection,
Ain't no telling, we might come up sniping.
Then your
bro.
license will not be renewed.
That's great.
And they will go after you. They're
I don't live in Dolton.
they're saying that
You living in the township?
No.
Okay, good.
okay, because all of the Dolton, Harvey, South Holland, Calumet
It's
City.
17 cities.
Okay, so forget it. I ain't gonna name
Right.
them all.
Yes.
What's
You
part of
talking-
Thornton Township.
Thornton Township.
Yeah.
Thornton Township. Yeah, all of those little bitty Robins
She is
posing.
the superintendent.
Calumet City.
Calumet City.
All that stuff.
Calumet Park.
Yeah.
They are all part of her.
Damn.
Yeah.
What is it? Dominion. I guess she
Mhm.
has dominion over all of those cities. I guess villages or whatever you want to call them. But that's the shame right there. That they can't see past all of this and say, you know what, we need to vote you out or get you out. I don't understand that part at all.
Let me tell y'all this comment though that was made by a resident, and it had everybody in the building in stitches the other night. So this lady, she comes up to the podium. I can't call her name right now, but she was like, "Oh, Tiffany, I saw your daughter. She's such a beautiful, intelligent little girl, and her daughter might be 7. She's like, she's so articulate and she's so intelligent. I don't know how she communicates with you." I was like, damn.
Wow.
She said this, and the audience in the building lost it. They was cracking up. Tiffany got so mad. She was like, "Oh, you know, all her huffing and puffing she was doing." She was like, "No.
She set her up great for that one, though. She set her up
She
great.
was like, "Yeah, she's such a pretty girl, and she's so articulate and
Right.
smart."
She does great in school.
I don't know how she communicates.
Bless
That was the best. Guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bless that baby.
Mhm.
Well, again, Unmuted the podcast, the permission to speak freely. That's what we do. And that's who we are. We speak freely. We don't care if you're Tiffany Hendrick or not. Because,
Not at all. We don't care for none of her little fuck boys either. You got Keith Price
It ain't me, Tiffany.
out here, and Harvey, he's not even he is employed by Harvey, but yet he shows up to the Dolton stuff and he tries to intimidate the residents.
But he's in Harvey.
He works with the mayor in Harvey, but he says me and Tiffany are pals. Boy, if you don't get your big fat self somewhere and sit down.
It ain't me, Tiffany. It's not me.
And then you got like other people, Michael Smith, who's accused of being a pedophile and who has like proof charges against him. He's out there. She steady employs like, who are you at the bottom of the barrel? Come join my campaign. Let me put you in a high paying position and make you somebody.
Yeah, well,
as long as you support me though.
I'm trying to get a job, Tiffany.
You know
you
what?
might as well Phil, shoot your shot right now.
You might have a better chance of running for mayor or Thornton
swear.
Township supervisor.
Tiffany, put me on the payroll.
I promise to bring your whole base down lower than it is right now. Might as well put me on.
I don't give a fuck. Tiffany.
He literally doesn't. He might be worse than Tiffany.
Might be.
That's the problem right there. That's a strong mic.
Lock them old people in that. I don't give a shit. What do it pay? That's what I need to know.
You know
Board
what?
them up.
Oh, by the way, and I know we just talking random stuff here because that's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
That's all we're doing. Unmuted the podcast. I want to share with you all. I got this picture that I took.
Mhm. Was it with Chris Brown?
No, can't say that.
Doing this.
Not me. Not me. There's a guy who had a bet, part of a fantasy league. He lost. And so when he lost,
I've been there.
He had, in order to pay the bet,
you had to do a hot two.
He had to go to McDonald's and stay there for 24 hours.
What?
Okay.
But he could buy his way out by buying certain items of food from McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
It would take time off of his sentence.
His 24-hour sentence.
Yes.
Okay.
So when he was done, he had so much food. He bought 17 17
Phil, we don't do that type of
stuff. He bought big breakfast. He bought 17 big breakfast. Each item will take maybe 20 to 45 minutes off of his sentence. Mm-hmm. So when it was over, he left. He only stayed for 8 hours.
But he spent how much?
He spent a whole hell of a lot.
Man, that's 24 hours. They got a bathroom.
He had to eat. No, he had to eat it there.
I'm inviting people to dinner.
No, he had to eat it.
Oh, but only himself.
He could eat it. So 17 big breakfasts, almost 32 apple fritters, so much soda, so he bought a whole lot. So when he walked out, he couldn't talk. He was slurring his words.
He got drunk off McDonald's.
He got high off of McDonald's. He could not form a sentence.
That's crazy.
Because he could not take it no more, just sitting there in boredom for 24 hours. Mm-hmm. So he bought his way out.
Do you guys watch Man versus Food?
Yeah.
Shan loves that show. I hate that dude's
face. Is that what this is? Man versus Food?
It's almost similar because like they'll invite him. They'll invite him into a restaurant to try some ridiculously large dish, and he has to finish it in like 30 minutes. And he'll get like a fucking t-shirt or a hat.
Mm-hmm. See, that's not enough.
And he'll sit there and sweat and eat all and try to literally finish this massive meal.
I would have to eat there for free for a year.
And all you getting is a hat or a t-shirt and your picture on the wall.
Exactly. Right. I put my face up there and be like, okay.
They have one of those at Six Flags. One of the restaurants there. They have one of those challenges.
Well,
not a chance at all. And I'm saying this because there's absolutely no way that I would eat my way out of being in McDonald's for 24 hours. No. I guess I'm just sitting there. I got my TV on my phone. I'll be right there.
The damage it would do in the days to come.
And right. That's just it. What it's doing to your body. The fact that he ate this and could not talk afterwards.
That's crazy.
Didn't the Super Size Me guy die?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
he didn't die, did he?
Yeah.
He did.
I didn't know he died.
He died of cancer.
Wow.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
All them hash browns, I'm telling you. That's too damn much.
That's too much.
Too damn much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we leave, because we're almost time to go. Before we leave, because everybody has somewhere to go, including yours truly. I just want to shout out one thing real quick. The city of, oh God, what city is this? Houston. Shout out to the city of Houston. This week.
I love Houston.
Apparently people are loving Houston too much because Houston has the highest amount of STDs.
There
is.
That's a first.
Right?
Because it's normally like Jackson, Mississippi.
It really is one of those.
Yeah.
Houston.
I can't say it's a first, but like, yeah.
Last week in Houston, they had 3,600 cases of chlamydia.
Chlamydia?
Yeah.
2,900 cases of gonorrhea.
People still getting that?
Just last week. Just last week.
Mm-hmm.
22,000 cases of syphilis.
You know what?
This is, ladies and gentlemen, everybody moving to Houston. And now we know why.
Let me go get tested.
Atlanta
you just got back from Houston.
Phil, you just got back from Houston?
Let me go and get tested.
Yeah, let me show you the door.
Where the sanitizer?
Let me get my rubber gloves. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on one second.
Have you seen some of the women in Houston?
So is Houston new Atlanta?
It is.
It might as well be
for
if
migration?
They test them like that.
A lot of people moving to Houston.
A lot of people moving to Houston. 17,272 cases of HIV.
That's crazy, dude.
Oh wow, that makes me sad.
That explains why it's so hot in Houston.
Hot and scratchy,
right?
Hot and red. Okay, no joking. 18 cases of pediatric HIV. Now, what's really going on? What's really going on?
Because how are they getting that?
Right.
Because if the mom is diagnosed in enough time, she can take medicine that the baby can come out perfectly healthy.
They ain't getting tested.
Exactly.
No one's
That's the
getting
biggest
tested.
thing.
It's not that okay. So you go to the doctor, especially you find out you're pregnant. They normally run a test. Yeah, they ask you the stupid ass question of do you want to be tested for HIV? But as a medical professional, if you're pregnant and this person is about to bring another life into the world, shouldn't that just be a mandatory test?
It should.
Like, why you gotta ask them and they gotta give you permission to test them for that?
Well, you used to have to get a blood test before you got married. They don't even
Yeah,
do
you
that.
sure did. You sure did.
Yeah, because they was concerned if you was marrying your
I've been
brother
married
or your
enough.
sister.
Yeah.
So no.
Not
But now
even
they
married.
don't want that smoke no more. They don't want that no more.
Now it's okay to marry your brother or sister.
Oh, that's
What?
true. That's the other part. We didn't even talk about that.
What?
Well, technically, Adam married his sister.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes. There's a case where someone has somebody has a GoFundMe up right now.
I'm
where-
about to have one too.
Where
But
they're,
anyway,
they're getting married. Let me just give you this. Hi everyone. We are Julia and Mark. We have a unique love story to share.
They're white.
We are siblings. No, they are black. We are siblings who were found.
Steven and knocked his microphone.
Steve like, oh hell, this
Are they
is
Kendrick Lamar black or
They not like us.
They not like us.
or Drake black?
I forgot to send y'all this here, but yes, see,
They black.
they are black and they are brother and sister.
And they want to be together.
We might have this unconventional and challenging for some to understand, but our love is pure and strong. And we decided to take a courageous step to get married and share our lives together openly and honestly.
They could have did that shit as brother and sister. Nobody ever would have knew.
No, here's where it gets the rubber meets the road right here.
Oh,
So to speak. We are launching this GoFundMe campaign to help cover the cost of associated with our wedding and to raise awareness about the acceptance of all forms of love.
boy, fuck you.
Well, that's what the sister doing.
You know.
And they had the same mama and daddy.
Yeah. Yes.
I know you lying.
Listen. Going into this, okay. Bottom line
What she
is
look like?
they want. I'm gonna let you see this. Wedding expenses from the venue to the officiant. We want to create a beautiful ceremony to celebrate our love. Bottom line is they're asking for donations, right? $218,000.
Oh, they want to have an extravagant.
Has
Goddamn, where they
been
get married?
given to them.
They need to be.
This is how much they got so far.
How much they got?
218.
They got 218
Serious?
from Donald Trump supporters.
They ain't giving no black people no.
They might because they like they brothers and sisters.
Yeah, they
too.
sure do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the all-time low
I'm
right
done.
here.
I need you to send
We're
me.
happy.
And we're covered. Yes.
I need you to
I'm
send me
sending
that
to all three
picture.
of you two
'Cause
right
what-
here, right now. Yes. This
TF.
is
That's
a
crazy.
very,
Damn, that
very.
Kevin Gates shit.
This
Because
is a
Kevin
very.
Gates said that's whack shit.
Yeah.
Where is it?
But at least that was his cousin, though.
It was his cousin, but
The cousin hit him with the hawks.
you know what?
There you go. Just
It's-
sent it. So
it's
all
hot
three
too.
of you got it.
Did
so.
anybody explain since we've been live about the hot too? Because we've been
let
talking
me
about
find
it
that. Let me
all.
find that. Hold on one second. I'm gonna find that
No,
for you.
we
They-
steady talking about it.
Oh, they some hillbillies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they from? Let me see.
Oh.
And what church they go to? Where are they at? When I travel, I want to know where
I
they
bet
are.
it's Catholic.
Guarantee they from Arkansas.
They
Hold on.
both cockeyed. What's going on?
Well, they brother and sister. Shit.
And legal challenges.
I feel like GoFundMe should step in at some point and be like, you know what?
Do
Fuck,
what?
fuck no, we're not doing this. We're not raising money for y'all.
You know how much they would get sued for doing something like that?
No,
You know
I
what?
don't, because
I'm not
it's their
even waiting
platform.
until we reach the 500,000. I'm cashing out.
As you should, because hey, who else? You gonna wait on somebody to renege? That was what we were supposed to talk about. The dude that
This nigga got on the blank man glasses.
you know what?
Yeah.
The girl that raised the money for the homeless dude that got his
yeah,
medicine, all that
yeah,
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, we
my
forgot about
God.
that, but no, this supersedes that because like these motherfuckers just trifling.
Right.
And-
And she didn't know about
She didn't
his
know about
past.
his triflingness, but they just trifling. They just put it all out there. I guess if maybe she would have been like, "Yeah, my uncle, he
Got it. Hold on.
He be beating asses and busting heads, but can we help him get his cancer medicine? Maybe that would have went a little further.
The homeless guy
he is my cousin, though.
The homeless guy was her uncle.
He wasn't her real uncle. She just started calling him
Right.
that. That student that had went viral for like she raised like $400 and some $1,000 for a homeless dude. Like he just stopped her and asked, can she help him buy some tea?
Yes. Oh, I thought it was his prescription. Oh no, he said
tea at first, and she was like, "What else you need? What else?" She was like, "What?" He was like, "Well, I have cancer and I need my medicine."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "What? Say less." And so like she spent like $4,000 of her own money before she even started the GoFundMe.
Damn, what she do?
She put him up in a hotel room. The Hilton picked up the story and was like, "Oh, you got this GoFundMe and you raised how much? Okay, yeah, he can stay here until you guys cash out or whatever." He started letting Trick stay up in the room with him. He started he was having company and stuff to the point that when she would show up to the hotel to check on him, they told her that he was like, "Yeah, don't let her up. I'm busy."
Wow.
Who busy? You busy with my name on this room?
Wow.
Like, yeah. So he would never, and she told him, "You got $400 and some $1,000. All you need to do is go get your ID made and we can collect this money for you."
This nigga got cancer.
She said every time he would come up with a story about having an ID, I can't do it. Oh, I went and they told me to come back, and like just bullshitting her. And so she finally was like, "Yeah, nah, we ain't doing this."
Wow.
Well, look, can I be honest?
You know what? You're
about to start
honest.
right now. You about to start right now, being honest?
I'm gonna be honest right now.
Okay. What?
I mean, if I got cancer,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be banging hello chicks.
Okay. So
before I die.
So you'd appreciate the hotel room too? You'd have hella hoes
Oh yeah.
coming out.
I'm gonna have
Hot two all through.
I'm gonna have
that motherfucker.
I'm gonna have a red line train full of hoes up in that hotel. You think?
Wow.
And I know I'm on Graham City. And I know hey, once I get this ID, the jig is up. Oh, I'm about to be banging all kinds.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and
You know
spit
what
on
I'm
that
saying?
thing.
She literally said that.
You gotta get hot too and spill that thing.
If you think Willie Mays slugger record was something,
You know what?
let me get cancer and look at my slugger record.
You know what?
I would say turn the mic off, but it's unmuted. It's unmuted.
It's gonna be some hot too. It's gonna be some Badu incense in this motherfucker.
Not Badu incense. We all know what she
The
calls
Badu
it.
bust, but they'll say incense blowing
The
in the back.
coochie incense. Mm-hmm.
So what it turned out, he was like a
He just disappeared. He ended up leaving. The hotel asked him to leave.
Yeah.
And he left and he never resurfaced.
how come he wouldn't go get a ID?
Because we don't know. His scamming, I don't know what he was on.
He
But
didn't want $400 grand.
He had
But
some
if
type
all
of
he-
issues. He
but-
was in prison before, and that's the video that was shown. He beat somebody up in prison. Who's
But
to
if-
say what this guy didn't do to him?
If all I had to do was get an ID in order to get $400,000, guess what would happen? I
That
would get an
ID would have
ID.
been.
Yep.
I would be walking in that plastic would still be hot.
Right.
I would hit my ID
And
right
so
here.
I'll be
his
sleeping
family-
outside, Secretary of State.
Right.
And his family started reaching out to the girl after he disappeared. Like, can you send us the money? Can you
I
send
reached
us?
out
Like,
to I because I did my blood work for the ancestry. He my cousin.
you know what?
That nigga my cousin.
This is why we can't
See,
have
And
nice
I
things.
just want him to.
Is this
I want him to
cousin
be
for real?
safe.
You just wanted to be safe with the
I just want him
$400,000.
to be
You
safe.
want to find them?
Look, I'll be outside washing Jesse White car.
I thought he was going somewhere else with that. I thought he was gonna go somewhere else with that. I'm so glad that he said he's gonna watch.
Hey Jesse, hey
It's
Jesse,
too much.
I'm just here to wash your car.
Right.
I don't mean no harm.
400,000.
I didn't come here to get no trouble, nothing like that.
Right.
I just want to wash your car.
I'll do it 400, Jesse.
Ladies and gentlemen, Unmuted the podcast. Thank you so much. But before we go, we have to give credit right now to our friend, our guy, every househead in America knows
Yeah.
the voice. Chuck Roberts
Chuck Roberts, rest in peace.
passed away, whether it was this week or last week, but he passed away. And we cannot end Unmuted without having his voice be the one that takes us out. So for Lisa, for Steven, and for our guy Philip, who's right there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Unmuted the Podcast, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
Because once you enter my house, it then becomes our house and our house music. And you see, no one man owns house because house music is a universal language spoken, understood by all. You see, house is a feeling that no one can understand really unless you're deep into the vibe of house. House is an uncontrollable desire to jack your body. And as I told you before, this is our house and our house music. And every house, you understand, there is a keeper. And in this house, the keeper is Jack. Now, some of you might wonder, who is Jack and what is it that Jack does? Jack is the one who gives you the power to jack your body. Jack is the one who gives you the power to do the snake. Jack is the one who gives you the key to the wiggly worm. Jack is the one who learns you how to walk your body. Jack is the one that can bring nations and nations of all jackals together under one house. You may be black, you may be white, you may be Jew or Gentile. It don't make a difference in our house. And this is fresh.
Unmuted, the podcast, is brought to you exclusively by the Genius Media Group. Never miss another episode again by subscribing to the Genius Media Group on YouTube and Facebook, and follow us on Instagram and unmuted_the_podcast.